I'm Kadeen, and on behalf of Arise magazine, I'll be interviewing Annika Allen.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's great. Before we get started, let's find out about you, your background, what uni you went to, and what you studied.
Cool. Well, as you said, I'm Annika Allen, so I'm the owner of a digital communications company called Impact and Beyond. I've worked in the media industry for over 14 years. I'm not old, just been doing it since I was very young, may I say. And uni, I went to London College of Communication, so I did journalism, BA in journalism.
Okay, so how did you break into media?
Okay, so breaking into the media industry is not an easy thing to do, especially as I grew up in Birmingham, so kind of wanting a career in the creative industries wasn't something that most people thought of, because there's not necessarily an industry there in Birmingham. If you want to embark on a career in the media, there's very few kind of publications or media outlets. But I kind of just hunted anything and everything that I could do at the time. I used to write for a magazine called Mega, a magazine called Street Cred, and the Birmingham Post, which is a newspaper that went to all the houses in Birmingham. And Street Cred, I guess, was the magazine that helped me to hone my talents and where I kind of did my first kind of celebrity interviews. So that's kind of how I got started, just hustled.
Oh, okay. So you're the program manager of Industry Takeover / UD Creators. What does that role entail?
So one of my clients is a company called Urban Development. They're a youth music charity, based in East London. They've been going for about 40 years as well. And so my role there is they have a project which is called UD Creators, which is a membership scheme where they can bring on young people that are going to be the creative leaders of the future, and I program kind of training courses and seminars for them. So these could be any business development seminars on topics like PR, management, getting a panel together of kind of entrepreneurs, so that the young people can kind of hear their stories and network and gain experience within these industries in order for them to be able to get ahead. So I curate the program, organise it, promote it, and also kind of liaise with the members and also mentor some of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's busy.
So you said that you've been in the media world for over 14 years, so that's over a decade of experience. So that's a decade of experience working in the so you've worked in the publishing, events and digital communication. What would you say have been your most challenging tasks?
I think anybody working in the media industry, I'd say the most challenging thing will be is just securing that next job. A lot of the careers in the media tend to be freelance or tend to be contract. They're not like, there's very few permanent roles. They're few and far between. Obviously, it's dependent on what you want to do. But if you kind of want to be a journalist, if you want to be a TV producer, if you want to be kind of a graphic designer, if you like, a lot of them are kind of contract to contract. So it's kind of, you've got to be able to, one, manage your finances, because you don't know when that next job's going to come up, or sometimes with payments and things, if you've invoiced somebody, you could be on 30 days or 60-day invoice, so you're not getting paid like monthly like everybody else that's just in a normal kind of 9-to-5 job. So I guess managing your finances can sometimes be a big challenge. Obviously, depending on the kind of character you are, not everybody can handle the kind of uncertainty of not knowing what that next job will be. But it all comes from, I guess, building your reputation as well, because in the media, your reputation will precede you. Like if you've done a good job, then the next job will come along because people will recommend your services. So I guess they're kind of, the biggest challenges that generally that I find and most people probably would find in the media industry. But I've worked in a lot of different facets in the industry, as you said. So from journalism or freelance for a number of different publications and TV production, where I worked for a lot of the big indies, from like RDF to Talkback, with part of Freedom Out that make like X Factor, to Maverick that made lots of things for Channel 4, like Embarrassing Bodies and 10 Years Younger. So it's been a lot.
Wow. So as you said, you've worked with projects doing with BBC, Channel 4, Google. What's your biggest achievement?
It's been great working with numerous brands and working on lots of projects, and I love the kind of like energy working with new people, kind of seeing things kind of bear fruit once the project's kind of finished and all the kind of clients and people that participate in the project are happy. But I'd say the biggest thing for me is the reason why I got into the media industry in the first place was, one, because I felt there was nobody at the time like me in the media industry. I didn't see, the media industry, there's not very many females in the media industry. Obviously, people are working hard to try and get more women kind of into the media industry and not leaving, because obviously once you have kind of children, it is a difficult industry to work in. And then also as well, in terms of kind of being a black woman as well, that makes it doubly hard kind of trying to get your foot in the door, because the media industry is a very contact-based industry. You need to be able to network and to meet people, because if you can't network, then you're not going to get those jobs. If you're not in those immediate circles, then you're not going to hear about that next job or that next client, so that you can secure that for yourself to make money. So
very competitive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but loads of industries are competitive, but whether if you go into law, it's competitive. If you go into it's just about your drive. It's about your passion, and also about your talent. So it's not impossible.
Oh, okay. So for young black media hopefuls trying to break into the industry, what advice would you give them in overcoming their obstacles?
What would I say to overcome your obstacles? I would say, I would say set yourself clear goals, know what it is that you want to do, so that you know what it is that you're working towards. Be passionate, and regardless of kind of whatever setbacks you face within the industry, just keep on marching on until you achieve your vision, because regardless, at the end of the day, it's your vision, it's your life, so you know what you want to achieve regardless of what anybody else says. You just keep on working hard.
Okay, that's great. So you're also involved in youth work. Could you explain or go into details with regards to what your role actually is?
It's not necessarily youth work as such, it's more youth engagement. So I guess any kind of brands or businesses that want to engage a youth audience, so whether that's kind of like online through if they've got a campaign that they want to attract young people to kind of get involved, whether it's kind of increasing their presence on social media, whether it's getting young people coming down to an event, or again, like what I do with urban development, organising activities for young people. So I run like enterprise workshops, where if young people want to start up their own business, then I'll kind of run a programme where I kind of teach you the basics of what you need to do to start your business. If you want to kind of create kind of a blog or a website, then I'll kind of do a session in terms of what you need to think about, the steps in terms of creating it and the kind of content that you'd want to think about putting on. And again, I'll do social media workshops with young people as well, so they can think about their presence online as well, because a lot of people, they'll write comments on Twitter, they'll put certain pictures up on Facebook or Instagram, but they don't realise the impact that this can have on their career later on down the line, depending on what it is that you want to do. So if you want to do law, don't put a picture of you and your friends, even if you're not the person kind of smoking a legal substance. If you've got a friend that does that, but you're sitting next to your friend, it's kind of like you're kind of condoning it. So a lot, that company has someone that works in HR that will go down to that will go and look at your social media and see if what you've put out there represents their company. And if it doesn't, then you might not even get the interview, never mind get the job. So I do sessions on social media to kind of just make young people know about what the dangers and the things that they should be aware of when it comes to social media.
Wow, that's amazing. On your LinkedIn page, it states that you have a passion for inspiring and developing the skills of young people. In what way do you go about implementing this?
I guess that's with everything that I do. With Flavour Mag, which was a youth lifestyle website that I used to co-own with a guy called Leonard Foster. I used to get a lot of young people that would email me and call me up and say, hey, I'm interested in getting into journalism, interested in getting into photography or graphics. Can you give me any advice, or can you give me any work experience or an internship? And so there's over the years, there's a lot of people that I've taken kind of under my wing and trained them, and it's good to have seen them blossom and kind of go on to other things. And it's always nice when I kind of get that phone call or message back, and they'll be like, "Oh, Annika, you taught me this, or you told me this, or you helped me get my this step up the ladder, and you know, if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be here. So I just want to say thank you." So it's just about, everything I do is about kind of, I guess, helping the next generation with the tools that they need to succeed. And so that's what I do.
Okay, so in your eyes, how would you define success in the business world?
Success in the business world, I'd say, is kind of getting up each day and being happy with the job that you're going to go to, knowing that it's something that you want to do, and that it's fulfilling you within. So, you know, many people wake up each day and the alarm goes off and they're like, "Oh my God, why do I have to go to this job today?" And that's not, you know, you've only got one life to live. And yes, it can be tough sometimes. Yes, obviously, you need to keep the lights on and pay your bills, but ultimately, whatever you want to do in life that makes you happy, I'm a big believer in trying to pursue that, because, as I said, you've only got one life to live.
Okay. So after a busy day at work, how do you unwind?
How do I unwind? I like reading. I do, because I used to work in TV production, I do watch a lot of TV, but also as well for research purposes, because I like to see what's popular and what people are watching, and for when I have ideas as well, whether it's for TV content or whether it's for journalism, just to kind of help the creative mind anyway. So yeah, I do watch a lot of kind of programs on TV. I do love a US drama.
Tell us something about yourself that not many people may know.
Not many people may know. Okay. When I was younger, so when I was 21, I won Miss Jamaica UK. So I got like a first class trip on Air Jamaica to Jamaica and put up in this fabulous hotel and treated like a superstar while I was there.
Okay. So, are you from Jamaica then?
I was born in Birmingham, but my parents have Jamaican heritage.
Oh, okay. Okay, so a little birdie told us that you're going to the moment.
People backstage, or it's been covering the red carpet or watching the awards in the arena. And there's been on numerous occasions where I've been sat on the panel with other tastemakers in the media industry, where we decide on the shortlist of the nominees. And so I was on the panel for this year's event, so then the other panellists and I get invited down to the event to attend. So yeah,
okay,
I'll be going.
That's great. I hope you have fun tonight. Enjoy yourself.
Fantastic.
And thank you for allowing us to interview, quiz your little brain a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you do want to follow me online, I'm at Annika Allen on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Google+.
Thank you.
Cool.